Hi,
Hey,
everybody. Welcome
good
to
morning.
the Shmooze. Okay, so we decided we're going to share with you what happened this morning. I called up Tova and I said, Tova.
It was 5 to 8.
Yeah.
It was 5 to 8. It wasn't like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was
No,
5 to 8.
Yeah. What are we going to do today? On our podcast. And so Tova says, maybe we can interview a brother, maybe we can discuss. And we're supposed to be up in the air like within at least a half an hour. That's it.
Yeah. So this is our podcast. We have no direction, no ideas.
Right. So we were just talking and I said, okay, let's just record, So we were talking about heat flashes.
Yeah, I'm getting scared because I keep hearing about this, topic, menopause, and it's kind of scary because it doesn't seem like it's going to end anytime soon. I thought 40, that's it, I'm done. And no. And then, I'm hearing people 56, 57, and I'm like, no.
So, yeah, a lot has to do with the attitude.
Okay.
Because let's say like in other societies that are not modern societies, tribal, let's say, so like the older you get, the wiser you are, the more important you are.
I feel that.
Yeah, and menopause is treated like something to awe,
Ooh.
and you really Judith Gola, our Ethiopian friend, she said that they used to envy the older women.
Wow.
A woman would wait to have white hair.
Interesting.
to become part of that level in the tribe.
Wow.
Because those were the wise women. And also once they didn't have their period anymore, so they can come and go and they, as they wanted, and they would support the other women. And so we have to know that it's a lot to do with Western consciousness. And Western consciousness says that at a certain age, you are over the hill. And once you are over that hill, the only way you could go is downwards.
I actually feel like aged wine. Like I'm becoming better.
Yeah.
And more mature and more... I guess I needed that almost 50 years to discover who I am. Yeah. And then the next 50, oh, God help everybody.
Yeah, so if first of all, it's a mind thing, I think.
I think it's like that with everything.
It's to accept that our body's going through changes, like puberty. I think the hardest part is to accept that the body's doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Also for the parents to accept.
Also for the parents to accept. Yeah. And I'm like, it just dawned on me right now, because my kids went through teenagehood, generally pretty okay.
Okay.
But I think they're doing it now. The rebellion part.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, what's happening here? I ask for help, but not helping me, and I'm like, this is not the way I know them. and suddenly I realized just now, during this podcast, okay, they're rebelling a little bit. Great, good for them.
But why now? Why right before Pesach?
Yeah.
Do your rebellion in July. Go do whatever it is you want to do in July, in August. Oh my God. There's a book that I was reading about NLP, and I'm sure you know about it. And she says something fascinating. She says that there's a part in the brain that is actually closed for almost 50 years.
Wow.
And then you get that it even has a scientific name. It's called Cyrillican something, whatever. And it opens up as you hit menopause, or for men, whatever. So it actually opens up, and you're not, it's not like you're dying after 40 or 50, but you're entering a new stage in life, and it's been closed for the first 50 years, and it only opens up at 50 or 40.
So realizing
nice!
realizing that's, I think, one stage is like not to be in, a state of either fight or, I did a lot of solution seeking. I was like, I gotta beat this. That's also part of, trying to win this. And so accepting is one thing, but also to know that the closer we are to natural ways, it's easier on the body. And the less, like, I noticed a very strong correlation between sugar and heat flashes. So, like, in the winter, if I want to have one, I can have a little bit more sugar.
You're saying the more aware you are.
Yeah, like of eating healthy, that really helps. And taking stuff in a pace that's good for you.
I like that. And
also balancing with natural stuff. Like I found this thing called Phyto Balance. It's made by Super Herb, and it really helps me. I really feel like a lot of things that I in the beginning when I had menopause, the thing that was most tough on me was, I think, the emotional state.
I know, I'm feeling so sorry for my husband already.
Yeah, because I was really, really a wreck emotionally. And as a happiness mentor, I was like, what's going on? I'm doing all the regular stuff that you used to do, but like I had so much less energy, and I felt a little depressed, and I felt also very, very tired. My sleep was irregular.
You're really scaring me.
Yeah, so I got a lot of support also from my family. I went a lot to the beach because I knew that's something I could do. I couldn't drive to the beach because I was so tired.
Really?
But I got my kids to drive me to the beach.
Nice.
And slowly but surely I started healing this, whatever it was,
That's so interesting.
and I'm learning stage by stage how to balance myself. And I think balance is a very key word here because there's certain ages when we are, let's say, we're raising kids, we don't expect balance. I mean, we might aspire to it, but you don't really expect it because it's so hectic. There's so many issues to take care of and to deal with, and you're not sleeping as you should, and you say, okay, it comes with a package,
I think that...
And then when you're like, you're not bringing any more kids into the world, the body says, okay, what about me?
Right.
And those are like these little signs of, okay, give me time, give me attention, be nice to me.
Yeah. I think it's a shame. I think there does have to be balance also, like when you're in that child raising.
You try.
And I think that the more you're aware and planned for things, you get to the point where you're calmer and able to accept it. And this is like true also for menopause. I don't know, but like I guess I'm starting. But also like Pesach cleaning, like you know you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
And the question is, are you gonna get there looking and feeling like a queen, or are you gonna get there like with your tongue hanging out of your face, so tired you can't even enjoy the event that
that's true.
Like I'm looking at my house right now, and it looks like a wrecking ball. Just got lost on the way, and just, oh my God. But then like we did one room already, and we painted and we redesigned everything so that there's more space. And all of a sudden you walk into the room and you're like, oh my God. And I had the plan in my head, and to actually take the plan and make it happen. Amazing. That's where I'm like,
amazing. Wow.
That's where that's where I'm like, I need help. I'm not functioning.
Yeah. Also, I want to say that taking the right way, Pesach jobs could be really, really nice.
Yeah.
As a child, I hated it. I spoke about it last week. And as an adult, I find that I take joy in it. But if I do, only if I do it my way. What does that mean? Taking it at a pace that I can handle. Like I said, I write a list and I totally ignore it. And I found myself this week on Monday. It was like my daughter asked me at 7:00 in the morning to take her to the bus stop and the entrance to our yeshuv. And I was like, I put on a dress. I still had my pajama bottoms. And I said, okay, you're dressed. Go shopping.
Yeah.
Go Pesach shopping. And I went. And the shop was like empty. And
Amazing.
okay, they didn't take out the matzah yet. But I got some stuff for Pesach. Nice. I like to do it gradually. Why? Yeah. Because first of all, on the weekly balance, so you add a little bit. And it's not a big thing. Totally. Then I don't schlep that much stuff. If you gradually do Pesach shopping, and you can do it at this point, next week, I don't know. But if you gradually Pesach shop, so each time you have, just a little bit more than your usual to take home. And so I did the shopping, and then I got back home. I'm trying to put everything into like a box, and there's no room in the box. And I'm like, so maybe I'll just clear out some shelves and put it in the shelves. Okay, so in order to do that, I have to clear out another shelf to transfer whatever's there. So I wound up doing 2. Nice. And then I opened a drawer, and once you get into it, that momentum, and then you look, ooh, how did I let it go for so long, looking so disgusting? And then I do another drawer, and then one in the fridge.
Then you're done.
And then I really consciously said to myself, enough, stop right now. Because I knew that if I go at it for too long, it's not going to be fun anymore.
Totally. Oh my God.
So, and also that we decided as a family that we're all going to do it together sometime next week. Which I'll tell you how that works out.
Yeah, I'd really like to hear that. It could be that next week we are not going to be here. It could be, depending on how far we get and how scattered we get. It could be that we just need that hour just to get away from everybody.
Yeah, that's also possible. We'll see. And I'm like, this is a very stressful time for me.
You have a lot on your plate right now.
For the bar mitzvah, I have to make catering decisions within the next 2 days. I have to have an album. I want to have an album for my son, and that's also within the next 2 days. And all kinds of usual regular stuff that I'm working a little bit, And so I also had a relationship with my husband that I was feeling like very neglected. Maybe it was also because I neglected myself a little bit, because that's the first place you should look when you feel neglected, is like, how am I treating me?
Right.
So we discussed it.
Nice.
And I told him there are 2 options from the way I see it. Okay. So we could decide that this is like too much of a stress, and we remained like best friends, but not, like roomies, like,
right.
But not, a couple. Just like until after Pesach, we could do that. That's one option. Okay. אנחנו שותפים. How do you say that in English?
We are sharing. Like roommates. Like
but no, like partners. Okay, so we're partners, but not like. Is it? That's one option, and he said the next option is that we both like overcommit. In Hebrew we say like we kill ourselves on it. We decide by hook or by crook, we'll have our weekly date, and it's going to be a very important thing, and not just to go out, but also to plan for it, and daily missions that we're going to do, because if we want to feel togetherness, we have to work at it. It's not going to come. If we just lay it out in the air, it's not going to happen, especially in stressful times. Yeah,
it's funny how like you can. Oh wait, so what did you decide? Now you've got
so boss said we'll give it a try on the investment part.
Nice.
And
Score.
We had a very nice emotional date last night.
Okay.
But I'm saying also during the date there was like a time where suddenly I felt hurt, and I was like, when you get hurt, you start working in your mind on it.
All the voices.
And you're like, oh, we're on a date and it's supposed to be fun, and I'm so hurt and all that. And to go against your natural instincts and say, ouch, and say, I've been hurt. I want to hear a different reaction from you. That really hurt me the way you said it.
Right.
Can you rephrase that? Can you say it in a way that I won't feel like you're dismissing me?
I like that. I like that.
So I think stressful times call for putting things on the plate. That's the first thing, to lay it all out and make decisions and try them out. And if something doesn't work, so make a different decision.
Right.
But for me, like, there's no way I could continue and just swallow it all in and not do anything about it. Right. That's how I'm built. I won't just let it go.
Sweep it under the carpet.
Under the carpet. I know there are a lot of people who do that. But for me, I think that's the worst.
Right. We started learning this book. We went to this sadhana, like this conference or whatever, years ago. And it was by this guy. He said there's 10 commandments for couplehood. And he said, so he finally made it into a book. And I finally bought Yaakov a birthday present. His birthday was almost 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I bought him this book. And he said the first rule is, you have insurance by me. Like life insurance, like you pay into it and then you get it, you can take it out when you need it, right? So he said, you have insurance by me and I have insurance by you. So you and he said to say this every day. And when you have like a misunderstanding or a stressful time or a fight or a challenge before you, he says, you have insurance by me and I have insurance by you. So if I said something hurtful, so maybe like, if we talk in terms of like insurance, maybe the premiums will go up. Maybe there'll be more that you have to pay or less that you have to get or whatever. But the concept remains that you have insurance by me, that you have insurance by me, and no matter what, and the insurance is love. And no matter what, you have that, what's the word in English? Like that achrayut, that
responsibility?
No. Like when you buy a...
Liability?
No. When you when you buy a washing machine, you have a guarantee. Guarantee, that's the word. I'm so proud of my English. You have a guarantee, meaning like a 3-year guarantee, a 4-year guarantee. Yeah. So this is like a lifetime guarantee. Yeah. Right? So you have a lifetime guarantee by me. And it could be that you messed up. It could be that I messed up. I'm still processing this. I'm still like not there yet, but I'm still processing. I think it's very interesting because the minute you say, okay, so you have a lifetime guarantee by me, unless you mess up like really, like sometimes Yaakov will say something or do something and I'll be like, that was really hurtful. That was really disgusting. That was really insulting. That was really, and he'll be like, what'd I do? I'm like, it was hurtful. He's like, but he's like, but I didn't mean to. I'm like, but it did.
Yeah.
It was really, really hurtful what you said. It was really hurtful how you reacted. But if I say that he didn't do it on purpose because he has that guarantee, he says, this psychologist that made up the book, he said it's supposed to do a switch in your mind that, okay, so he messed up. Okay, so he doesn't know what's going on in your mind. Okay, so, you put on makeup and you got all dressed and he didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very insulting, or he didn't notice, or whatever. Like, a million different things that can happen during he says, if you have that insurance policy and it doesn't run out, it's not like he's doing it on purpose.
Right.
It's not like you bought a fridge and you deliberately took a hammer to it and smashed it into a million pieces.
Right.
He didn't close the door to the fridge,
Yeah.
and it caused the fridge to malfunction. But it wasn't on purpose.
Right.
Right. So I'm still processing this. I'm still like in the middle of processing what he has to say. Mm-hmm. And because I have to be very honest, because like this was Jacob's idea to learn it. So I have this like natural, like things that I say, let's learn together, whatever. So I'm more into it now, right? Yeah. But if it comes from Jacob, I have to overcome this natural anti,
right.
And it's hard work. It's really hard work to say, okay, like I'm giving this a chance, even though it didn't come from me. It's not my brilliant idea. Yeah. Somebody else can have a brilliant idea.
I think that is something to hold on to in tough times. To remind ourselves that the love exists, it's always there. And the God who brought us together didn't make a mistake.
I like that. That's a beautiful sentence.
Yeah, and even though we don't feel it at times, it's still there. And also, I heard that idea about Pesach.
Ooh, okay.
The rabbi of Lachovich, I think, said it. That it says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, asher hotzilticha me'eretz Mitzrayim. I am the God that took you out of Egypt. And why is it that our God introduces himself as the guy who took us out of Egypt, the God who took us out of Egypt, and not the creator of all things, gave you life, all kinds of other great stuff that he does. And he said that that's what really specifies the Jewish nation, to know that God has a special interest in us, he took us out of Egypt because he really cares about each and every one of us. And that belief, that belief in God, that specific belief in God, that he really is in the hearts of every Jewish person because he wants us.
I like that.
It's in every Jew. It's built in.
Wow.
And he said, even at times when you don't feel like you believe in God, you should know that deep down you are a believer.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's what's been keeping me going during this time, that I felt like so alone and so far away from my husband, to know that I know that even though it's like it's not accessible to me at this point, I know it's there.
Beautiful.
It's like you said, there's a guarantee. The deposit is in the bank. But I don't have the code taxes. So yesterday I also did something for myself. I got a massage.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was so awesome. And really, I think, and the best things that a woman can do for herself before Pesach is really to take care of yourself.
I like that.
Within all the stuff that we do, set a date for a facial, set a date for massage, set a date for emotional therapy if you need that. And, find your outlets.
I like it.
To give to yourself. Because the ultimate thing on Leila Seder is we want to feel free. We want to feel queens. We want to feel, this freedom inside, and not just, okay, I'm doing it because I have to do it,
Right.
or stuff like that,
Right.
And so, and I really like my way of Pesach cleaning, like do it on the way, do
Right.
a little bit here, a little bit there, and gradually it happens. I'm so happy. Like also this morning, I was looking for something to wear, and a specific something that's been gone for a while. I'm
The
like,
grandma
okay, I didn't
relationship.
go through this shelf yet. Pull everything out.
I think I'm great at creating the mess, but not necessarily cleaning it up. I'm wonderful. I think we're out of time. Look at that.
Okay. So we're going to wish you a happy Pesach if we don't see you next week. And we're going to take a little spring break.
Or we might surprise you.
Or we might surprise you. We'll see.
We're also going to surprise ourselves if it happens.
Yeah. So, we wish you a happy Passover. I think that's more important than a kosher one.
Kosher will be.
But also kosher, yeah. I love Pesach cooking. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a lot of great recipes on my site. Check it out.
Check it out.
Suta. And they're all in Hebrew, but Google can translate it fairly well for you.
Google Translate.
So yeah, I make awesome schnitzels for Pesach. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
How do you do it?
Yeah. Potato flour that's like seasoned, a seasoned egg. And you first dip it in the flour and then in the egg.
Okay. But then...
So yummy.
But then you matzah meal.
No.
No matzah meal.
No matzah meal.
So what? Just
like that. You
just
fry
like that?
it. Yeah. So if you want it more crispier, you do potato flour, egg, and then potato flour.
I like it because it's a little broth.
Right.
Score!
Yeah.
Score! Big score!
We had them several years ago when my son Nathaniel, who's now 21, was born, and we had Pesach coming up, and I told Boaz, there's no way I can see myself doing the whole of Pesach. And so there were only 4 kids back then, so we went to Chispin up north for like the end of Pesach.
Beautiful.
I think it was a couple of days, and they had those schnitzels, and I called up the kitchen and I said,
I want the recipe.
Amazing!
So it's seasoned potato flour, seasoned egg, and then you dip it back into the potato flour?
If you want, you can dip it back into the potato flour. They come
And
a
then
little
just fry it?
crispier, but if you want them more like soft, like cloudy, like clouds,
I'm going to try that.
they're very good.
I'm going to try
They're
that.
very good. They're our favorite.
The truth is, this year, my mother said, I want everybody to be by me. I'm like, okay. And then Yaakov has a brother in Otniel. So I called up my sister-in-law and I said, what are you doing Shabbat Chol HaMoed? She says, you want to come? I said, yes.
Nice.
Right? And then I'm like, wait a minute, Tova, you're not opening your entire house for Shvi. No.
Right.
This is not, that's stupidity.
Yeah.
So I called up my daughter and I said to her, I don't know what I'm going to do for Shvi. She says, she'll come to us. I'm like, nice. So I think I'm like taking it very slow, but there's not that pressure that is on me that I have to make, not only make Pesach and make Seder, but like sometimes like it's like a show. You have to put on a show for Pesach. Like Matzah show. Like you have to make it interesting for everybody. And that takes thought, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes preparation, and I love doing it. And this year that I'm not doing it, I'm like, oh,
nice.
Okay. Yeah. Really nice.
Yeah. So I'm really on the other side of that spectrum.
Yes. You are. You have a lot on your plate. Wow.
I haven't gotten as far as Shvi.
I just looked at Canada. I'm like, don't be
I
stupid.
told Buzz, how about camping?
Yes. Oh.
On Shvi Shel Pesach, there's a religious group that goes camping.
Nerian camping or something?
Yeah. So
That
he was
sounds
like,
awesome.
that's really odd. I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see who gets their way.
Yeah.
I think it sounds like an awesome idea. And also, it's just like, not into it. Like, I'm like, this sounds so awesome. He's like, I don't want to sleep outside. I want to sleep in a tent for Shabbat. I'm like, no, this is the essence. This is where I want to go. This is what I want to do.
So we'll see.
But I hope that everybody, like Yael said, has a happy Pesach. But also, like, that whatever freedom means to you, that you feel freedom. That you feel that you are free from sadness, free from financial debt, free from loneliness, free from depression, free from being disorganized, free from losing your center.
That's a beautiful bracha.
Knowing what your center is, just being free, whatever freedom means.
Freedom!
To you.
Freedom!
And with that, I think we are going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week or next 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Whatever.
Or whatever.
On the Shmooze.